Anybody out there? Well, let's see. Let's see. Am I home? That's what I was looking for. What's up? Thought I'd goof off. Let's goof off. Come on. Who else? Anybody else want to goof off? Let's goof off. Let's goof off with this. Let's goof off with some NATO. Or that thing. What's that thing? Friday night. Weather still stinks. I thought maybe as soon as a couple get on here, maybe we'll talk about these two games I'm playing. One's old and one's not so old. Although some of y'all might be doing your Valentine's Day things with your better halves. But if you're not, you're bored, come on. Get on here. Let's shoot the crap. I got some attacks to do here. And I also want to figure out what to do with this room a little bit. I got to make some changes in here. I wonder why you can't see the number of participants in the on the stream window. Maybe it's a setting I have to turn on or something. Oh, give me some ice. Well, I'm going to play. And if somebody shows up, awesome. Oh, man. I'm going to play. Yeah, I'm doing some attacks anyhow, so. Alright. Let's see. We did that attack. We did this attack here. Or did we? Because I know darn well somebody took a beating. Yeah, I did this one already. I can't remember what the result was. It was... he took a loss instead of retreating over here. And this guy... man, I know darn... oh, I was getting ready to go here. Okay, so it was... when I say it was 44-6. That's right. It was 7-1. I thought I already did this. Oh, yeah, because it was a 2 and a 1. All right, so he's going to take his step loss. And these guys had to take 2. Man. Almost hate to do that. Almost hate to do that. NATO, next war in Europe. All right. Did we want to do this attack over here? Because this was going to be 8 and 6, 14. It was going to be 28 into 4. Because, no, it isn't either. It's 6. Did I want to do that attack? 14 into 4, and he's in the minor. 14 divided by 4. All right, so it end up. I want y'all to know I'm using this. I use the MMP rule for everything now. So that's going to be, that would be a 3-1, but he's going to get a -1. All right. That's a hard unit. So he's not going to get any plus there. So that's going to be a 3-1 -1. Oh, God. And he rolls a freaking 1. And he ends up taking a step loss. That might not have been a good idea. Should have used, I got to attack Berlin, don't I? Got to attack Berlin. He's got 3 units in there. But we've got support, so we've got 6 and 10. We got 16. What's up, Dev? 16. 17, 23. We're going to have 46 on that attack. 46 into 3. And he's a soft target, so that's 46 into 6. So that's round up. It's going to be 8-1 up in Berlin. Friday night, goofing off. Yeah, I couldn't believe it's been so long since I have played this thing that I've forgotten. My rules are so marked up and everything, but I've only played like maybe a full turn altogether. And I forgot how much fun and for the number of steps it has in the sequence of play, it's actually pretty damn easy. So I'm in here goofing off with that tonight. All right, so that's going to be an 8-1, but he's going to get a -3. So what is okay? So I keep hearing everybody talking about Compass Games is redoing it. Did somebody else make okay, so your all's tactical stuff is along this line, but even more detailed. But did somebody else make a sort of version of this between this one and now? He's going to get -3 in there. 7-1 -3. He rolls a 3. 1, 2, 3. God darn, man. He takes a 2. They take a 1. Well, we're not killing the Americans. And we're certainly not going to kill the Brits. So the French will go. Tell you what, I'm not rolling worth a nickel. I know that. Yeah, I forgot how easy this game was to play. Even with the number of little things you got to do. I never heard of that one. Just something else I'm going to have to, stuff I got to look at, I guess. I'm going to be getting around to your all stuff here shortly. I don't think I'm going to mess around with this attack over here. No. And I don't think I'm going to do this one just yet. 10 and 6 is 16. That would be 3-1. Man, I'm rolling so bad, it's not funny. I need to order the solo stuff from you all. I forgot to pull the trigger on that. I think it's because the MMP stuff got in the way. Let's get that out of here. All right, Warsaw Pact ground attack, did all that. NATO reinforcements and activation declaration. And let me get my reinforcements over here. What's up, Bridger? They don't give any till game turn 3. All right. Activation. Yeah, let me check on that activation crap. I don't think I ever did read that. 220. 220. Oh, that's part of the. All right, no unit that starts the game on the map can be moved, used to attack, or in the case of headquarters, used for support of any kind until it has been activated. A unit is activated according to the schedule and the variable rules. Yeah, okay. Well, we know all that. So there's no NATO phases game turn 1. All right. Initial none. Game turn 2. All NATO combat units, not headquarters, in West Germany. Austrian 4W. That way up there. Oh yeah, I got an attack up there. Hold on, sorry, let me back up. I forgot to do this attack up here. My bad. Gotta do this attack yonder. Sean, what's up, dude? Red Tide West. Yeah, I tell you what, one thing I do like about this is I do like the air. There's not a whole lot of stuff you have to, like if you're going to do an airstrike, you don't have 50 other things you got to do before you can execute the airstrike. It's kind of like it's all accounted for, which is pretty cool. 5 into 1. He's a soft target. It doesn't matter, it's a minor city. So that's going to be 5-1. 5 to 1 with a -1. Gee, many Christmas. 5 to 1 with a -1. 1 and a 2R. So he's got to run or lose a step, and he's not going to lose a step. So, man. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, he's got to lose a step. 1 and a 2R. He doesn't have a choice. All right, well, he's going to lose a step, but he's going to take that location right there, and we will throw a marker on him. All right, now we can move along. All right, so now we're into the NATO phase. There's no reinforcements. I was trying to read about the activations, and that is, okay. So this is the strategic surprise scenario I'm playing, or the variant, whatever. I mean, there's only, 3 scenarios in this game, and they're all campaign games. They're just different versions of it. So that's what I'm doing. All right, so all NATO combat units, not headquarters, in West Germany, the Austrian 4W, the West Berlin garrison, which he's not going anywhere. Those are all activated. So everything in West Germany, combat units, not the headquarters. So there's a trick, because now you got to watch for, well, it doesn't matter if they're in the country. You don't have to worry about it. They can use a supply source. They don't have to use the headquarters. And that one little Italian unit up there, I need to read about the conditional reinforcements. So the Italian reinforcements, this is on play. Interplay only if the Warsaw Pact violates Austrian neutrality, which they already have. At the moment the violation occurs, the NATO players should place the following Italian units in the specified reinforcement boxes on the game turn track. V indicates, okay. All right, so I got to put these guys on this track over here. Should have figured that one out right from the start. So he goes in, so it'll be V plus 2. So he'll go in there. Let's see, this guy here, the armor will go plus 3. He'll go there. What else we got here? The headquarters and the 141, they go plus 4. So they go there. And he goes there. Yeah. All right. So that takes care of that dilemma. Let's see, the Warsaw Pact militia. I'm assuming that's theirs. When a NATO unit other than an airborne marine unit enters any city okay, don't worry about that right now. All right. So let's get on here. NATO reinforcement activation and declaration. Do we want to declare tactical nuclear warfare and take a chance of the game being over before it gets started? Nope. No detraining because I don't have anybody to detrain. Supply, I don't worry about that on the first couple turns because they can trace unlimited to their sources right now. Nobody's cut off. Nobody's encircled. So skip over that. NATO movement. Okay. So all the combat units plus 4W. And 4W, he's just going to, that's his zone of control. So he's just going to move in and stop right there. I'm sorry, y'all probably didn't see it. I just moved him back in there adjacent because he can't get out the other way. Use the nukes. Well, if I roll a 1, 2, or 3, the game's over. And I haven't even played a completely full turn yet, Sean. Damn it. Can I at least kill some Russians first? All right, so I want that guy to stay in Hamburg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He would not be able to get there. All right, let's back him off 1. 1, 2, 3. Let's get him in there with him. 4, 5. All right. So I can't move any headquarters, but I can move the combat units. Game over, man. Game over. I watched a little bit of Kev and Tony playing DAC 2 today, but it seemed like for an hour and some, it just kind of blipped and was gone. I must have had my head. I actually played 2 games today. I'm going to flip over the camera here in a minute and show Gazala, because I'm going to tell you this little Gazala game from Revolution. I played the first turn of it. It's actually got a nifty little mechanic to it that I want to chit-chat about here. I'll do that after I finish this turn. All right, let's see. Do I want to give up? Man, if I give up, I tell you what, let's put, and I done took my hand off it now, so. All right, they're part of First Corps. I can move them. They can be together. Do I want to give up Lüneburg? And what's he sitting in? He's sitting in the woods. Yeah. And I know Tony was fighting with the youngins because they were home virtual learning today, so he wandered off a time or two. But I think the thing was like an hour and a half, and it just seemed I must have had my brain wrapped around something else, because I was listening to him from out in the other room. I was sitting here playing, and then it just seemed like it was just over. So I do want to try on Vassal again to play something, but man, I get ADD and just can't do it. Can't sit there and stare at it too long. I mean, I get ADD doing this too, but still. All right, so let's see. Can't move the headquarters. In NATO units, there's no specialty about them being together, since they work together anyhow. I think I want to give up Lüneburg. I really do. All right, I got armor and mech here. Man. Armor and mech. What do I want to do with those guys? That guy put up a pretty good defense in there. So let's go with... Do I pull off this front line until NATO starts getting a butt ton of reinforcements? Yeah, retrograde, I know. Just know that once I give this up, Denmark is, what can you say about Denmark? They're probably not going to be around very long. Although they get a pretty good batch of reinforcements, it looks like, on that chart up there. Unless those are Brits, and I just can't tell from here. Yeah, I think I'm going to get off of that front line. So we'll leave them there as a delay. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back across the river. And let's go... Yeah, and still, and my biggest thing is, I know, people want to touch the counters, and I do, but my biggest thing is I need to see the whole picture, the whole overall picture. All right, let's get in these cities. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. No. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get behind this river, and we're going to go ahead and move him that other one back behind that river. Going to give up Bremen. Going to give up Bremerhaven. I remember driving my car up there to get shipped back to the States. All right, do I want to give up Hamburg? We'll see if we can hold on to that one more turn. All right, the headquarters can't move, but this guy can. Now, does he get anything for being in the swamp? Marsh. No. Get a stinking bonus 1. All right, so let's go. Let's give this guy some help. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get in there with him. Headquarters cannot move. All right. Oh, I got an airborne troopy. Oh, I got points too I can use. I got transport points. And I got helicopter transport points, but I don't think I need to do that right now. All right, so let's go. Let's get this guy some help. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then +1 because of the zone of control. Let's get him in there. You can have 6 steps, or 2 units and 6 steps. No, 2 units. 6 steps, yeah. 6 steps in a hex. And granted, the stuff's printed small, but the steps are written right on the face of the counter there. All right. What do we got here? We got a 4. Leave that airborne alone. Let's take the grunt. Also part of first corps. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2. So we're going to put those 2 together. We'll stick them right there. I'm going to move the airborne troop over here with the headquarters because I can't do nothing with the headquarters. I don't want to lose him. Let's see. Hey, Tony, what's up? We're just talking about you. Well, I was, anyhow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I got rail movement. Do some rail movement. Problem is, if I rail move these guys up there, yeah, shit. Now, that's another cool thing about the rail movement in this game. So, you have your rail cap, and that just, each turn, that's what you can use. That's how many steps you can put in rail movement. So, that thing actually... it changes if you rail interdict, but I noticed the rules that there's a certain phase where you add 4 points each turn. So, I mean, I don't know where I'm going to rail interdict. I mean, you can. It's like there's railroads in every hex pretty much. So, but like I said, I love the air stuff in this game. Is great. We're doing that, Tonalito. What's up, John? Charles, what's going on, buddy? So we're playing that NATO thingy right there. Then I'm going to talk about something else here in a second. Now, where was I? Oh, yeah. Where was I? Let's go. Let's put the camera over here for a second. There, y'all getting seasick? And let's turn this thing up some. Yeah, that'll work for there for right now. At least while I'm doing movement anyhow. Get it to the table. This old classic. All right, let's do some rail movement here. I've got, shit, I can move just about everything I got. I got 28 steps I can use, so let's move some of this stuff up. Oh, they're in Belgium. They're not in West Germany. And they're in the Netherlands. I can't move them. Well, damn. So the French, I can move him. So you can move 20, and only other than prohibited terrain, you can pretty much blow them out all the way up. All right. Headquarters can't move. This guy can. These 2 guys can. I need to swat this shit in the face up here, but I think what I'm going to do, they're Germany, so let's go. He could rail move in, but boy, if they get attacked, that's going to stink. What's he got underneath here? Ooh, big armor unit. I think he's okay, but we're going to pull him back some. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1, 2 to here. Not going to leave Nuremberg open, so let's get, let's see. You'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't, can I use strategic movement on the first? Yeah, on the second turn, I believe I can. I always forget about that in these games when you have different types of movement. The redo from, yeah, we were just talking about that earlier. OG was giving me some, I think he gave me like 2 or 3 that were sort of versions of this. My old ass hairy arms. I'm trying to keep the wrinkles hidden. There was another game, Tony, you told me you were going to, oh, there, the Enemy at the Gates. Yeah. But I'm going to say there was another game you said you were going to play. Don't you start spinning. I'm on my wireless. Let's see, John. Yeah, we were talking about the Compass one earlier. I say, Dev, he gave me a list of about 2 or 3 games that were made by other companies for this. So, Sean, hairy arms and high def. I got my teeth out too. I should probably put my face in the camera. What the hell my view is up here that is freaking... I'm watching this thing inside of a studio. Let me try something up here. Y'all still got me? All right. So let's see. No, we don't want to do that shit. Don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. My wireless feed on my darn computer sitting up above me up there is not doing so hot. And I don't know why. Come on. All right, you don't want to do that. I'll close your ass. Let's do this. Guess not. Yeah, I gotta work on that thing up there. I guess I'm gonna have to run some wires around here. All right, so I'm gonna have to pull you all back where I can see the camera here, because my computer up yonder does not want to get. It says it's got wireless, but it sure ain't acting right. Let me restart that puppy. I'll worry about that later. All right. Anyhow, yeah, it's my phone's fine on the wireless, and but I got a computer on here. See, I got my computer up there, and I think the wireless adapter in that damn thing ain't worth a hoot. So it got to spinning a minute ago, and that's where I usually watch it on the TV right there is where I see your all's comments. So I don't have to, I can move the phone wherever I want, and I can see your all's comments up there. But now I'm going to have to put the phone down here. So you're going to have to suffer. All right. So I need to get these guys up here and start protecting this front. They've already violated Austria. I guess I could go help them, but the Italians are going to come on out. I shouldn't have to worry about that. So we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get him over in Regensburg. I think the coolest thing about this game is remembering all these places and that I had been to pretty much all of them while I was stationed overseas. Oh, I'm trying this one more time. Oh, there we go. Try this again. All right, one more time. Bring up my YouTube channel. Give me a second here, guys. Be right. There we go. YouTube channel. Give me a second, guys. Be right. There we go. Now I can see y'all. That was weird. That wireless adapter and that thing up there is not very good. That's for sure. All right. So anyhow, we're moving right along. All right, so we're moving up here. Put that guy over there where he can block that city entry. All right, what else we got? We got this armor unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get him up in Nuremberg. Oh, no, wait. I'm sorry. He was underneath this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get him there. We'll move him to Nuremberg. What else? Tony, what's the other game you told me you were going to play? I want to say it was an SCS, but I can't remember. Oh, good question, Charles. Good question. Maybe I should do like a Last Will and Games Testament. Wait a minute. I'll tell you what. I'll put you on the list as the number one if you send me Hunters from the Sky. Norse, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, that's what everybody says when they come in, that this is the one on Compasses. But isn't Compass remaking a few games by some other companies? Aren't they redoing, was it Russian Front? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I need to check strategic movement. My bad. My bad. Where's that? Unit is a combat unit, not entrained. No unsupplied marker. Does not occupy. Does not occupy. Unit eligible to use treatment can use double its printed movement allowance. Blah, 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 until it has reached the hex to which the player wishes to move it, or it has movement point allowances exhausted. Well, crap. I could have been doing that all along. So that means a lot of these guys that I moved could have moved farther. So he could have moved into there using strategic movement. All right. This guy here, he's got a movement of 4. Kenneth, what's up? Lead Magnet. Yeah, hey, what's up, buddy? Glad to see you. Hey, this is one of those games that survived all 3 of my ex-wives. This NATO game survived all 3 of them. Yeah, there's a bunch of, I haven't really been looking at the remakes, but, I've got my brain is set on Into the Woods from GMT. I want Barbarossa's Army Group North and Army Group Center. I want the U.S. Civil War, which I don't know how long I'm going to wait on that reprint. And then I've got entirely too many on MMP. Not to mention, I should get a box tomorrow from MMP. Did anybody, whether you played the stinking games or not, did you order the Skirmisher 1 magazine for $22 from MMP, from the copies they had? If they still got some and you didn't and you don't play it, buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them anyhow, because those things, when they go out of print, they sell for like $150. So, Doug, I hid this one. Well, Sean, I think there was some golden rule that said I had to try 3. Yeah, I think the golden rule was called My Stupidity. So this guy can actually move 8, so he was good. I think I want to pull this guy back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And let's put him up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to use strategic. We'll throw him in there. Airborne. Can I get an in the door, Doug? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mannheim, that's where I was stationed. 6, 7, 8. Can't move him. They're in France. He's not. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. All the way. 5. Oh, man. We'll leave him in Mannheim. That's what I heard, John. I heard somebody saying that in the Consum World forums about that. How do they figure that? Maybe I haven't reached the point to where it plays boring like a World War I game. I don't know. Bamberg. Now, see, we used to refer to Bamberg in my first couple years over there as the Wall. Wasn't Bamberg, was that 3rd ID or 3rd AD? Yeah, our prisoners in Bamberg, yeah, over at Coleman Barracks. Over where the Cav was. Yeah, Charles, I probably will too. I remember going up near Bamberg for forged exercises. I really enjoyed that area myself. Yeah, 3rd ID, I thought so. I was in 5, 6, 8 armor in Mannheim. All right, let's see. I can get all these tanks up here. 1, 2, 3. Let's get them up in here. 1, 2, 3. We're going to cut some of this crap off. Can't move him. All right, move this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put some infantry up there with him. 1, 2, 3. Now, we'll put that infantry here with the headquarters, since the headquarters can't move and they're vulnerable right now. Airborne, I can deliver them. I can drop them. And since they're going to be dropping in NATO, I don't have to worry about any interception. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, Jesus. Interception value in their own property? That's terrible, man. Oh, that's on the initial game turns. All right, so we won't do that. Yeah, John, I'm the same way. If it's got a pretty box cover, I'm going to buy it. There's a couple games sitting up there on the shelf that are just freaking gorgeous box covers, and I probably took the box cover off just to punch them. Yeah, lead. You're right. Right. It has to be pretty. I'm having a problem with like my magazine stuff and keeping them in the plastic. I try to take them out and stick them in white bookshelf type boxes. And I started to do some fancy labeling and printing off sticky labels, and yeah, I got through about 2 boxes of that and stopped. Now this is victory games. You knock my counters. What's wrong with you? They are though. There's one up here somewhere where he's like, yeah, like right in here. This guy is like the second. He's like massively oversized. But hell, I'm out there clipping Atlantic Wall Goss, which I've been clipping for 3 weeks now, punching and clipping. And it's got some really, it kind of shocks me a little bit. It's got some really, really bad counters. So you separate the game from the magazine lead, is that what you're saying? And then keep the magazine in the plastic? Oh no, you put them in the magazine holder. Okay, I got it. Hey Matt, how you doing? Panzer Command, isn't that the tactical level? Kind of like a squad leader type version game. Yeah. All right. So if I moved all the combat, I got the Frenchies here. See, that airborne unit, they have to move by air. That's the only way they're moving. So I may have to use that helicopter point. But I want to get this French guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where do I want to get him? I'm thinking 10, 11, 12, 13. No, wait, I got to remember where his headquarters was. Shit. He's part of second. Let me back him up. He's going to need that headquarters here eventually. Where was he? Well, I guess it's the French AR. And then we'll take him to here. Wait a minute. Panzer Command really was the precursor to GT. Okay, so, all right. So, GTS, we're talking GTS, the big MMP, Grand Tactical stuff, right? That's all the movement I can do for the Allies. And you're telling me that Panzer Command... Okay, well, how many... Were there different modules for... Man, I'm going to have to get... Now, see, now I'm going to have to go look at what Panzer Command was, because I swear to God I recognize that name. And were there multiple modules to that? All right, we're done with that phase. We're almost done with this turn. All right, NATO offensive support phase. They don't have any on the first or second turns. Defensive nuclear strikes. Nope. I don't have to worry about supply on this first turn because nobody's got, or second turn because nobody's got themselves in a jam yet. All right, I'm going to have to do some digging on that. And let me guess. Panzer Command is probably hard to get your hands on for a decent price nowadays. All right, NATO ground attack, we're not attacking. And joint suppression removal, I didn't have any suppressions, I don't think. And victory points record phase, I don't really do any of that until the end, unless NATO. So you'll notice these reinforcements up here, the Czech reinforcements. They're sitting up there, but I didn't bring them onto the map because the NATO starts getting victory points for that. They also have chemical attacks to use. Not going to use any of those because then NATO starts getting points. You can see that the Soviet Union already has 3. Looks like they'll take the top part of Hamburg. They've got Braunschweig. And then they've got up here in Austria, they took that one crossing the river up there, which now is going to bring the Italians in. So, I guess we're going to put up a defense from Nuremberg down to Frankfurt, across over here to Kassel. And then over here towards Bremen. And then hopefully, they'll start getting, turn 3 is when NATO gets their first big reinforcements. Panzer Command, really, Matt? Is that what you're talking about? And then there's the Soviet. Is Panzer the Command, that have like multiple modules? Is it the one I'm thinking of? Didn't it have one of the boxes? Maybe it was the first game. Didn't it have, was it like Rommel or Guderian? Kind of an artsy looking picture side view of him standing on the side of the box, or on like one side of the box. Because I'd give it a whirl, no doubt. You know me. I'll play that oddball game. All right, so that's pretty much the end of, I'm not doing any combat. So that'll take care of the second turn. I played a turn and a half today, and it was pretty smooth. Ooh, five counter sheets. Oops, that's nothing compared to the freaking 16 and 18 counter sheet games I'm out here punching now. All right, we're going to freeze on that. I want to talk about this Gazala game over here. So everybody that has this game, get it out, set it up, play it, film it, and let me see. I want to see everybody's playthroughs. The one thing about victory games and Clash of Arms, I love these. Yeah, okay, then that is the game I'm talking about, Doug. That's the one. I don't know why I couldn't get the picture in my head, the right one. But I'm trying to associate that with GTS. Okay, but Panzer Command is not just a game of. When I use the term squad leader type game, I mean where it has, what do you call it, geomorphic maps and scenarios. Is that what wasn't that what Panzer Command was? Oh, now I love the charts for like victory games and the class of armed games. That light in y'all's way? Tough. I mean, everything's right there on your charts. You don't have to have air counters on the map and air bases and stuff like that. You just, you have rules. They're simple. All the different reinforcement tracks. Now I'm gonna have to get online and yeah, okay. So map, single map, but is it okay? So let's go back to Grand Tactical. Let's take like the Greatest Day. They were specific engagements. I mean, granted, you could play scenarios, but you could also play a campaign game about the landings on those 3 beaches. Does Panzer Command take that same kind of focus where it's one of the major battles, or is it they use the same map to represent all kinds of different battles? And while you're answering that, I want to look at this. So, started this today too. I don't need that. And this was pretty cool. So this is Gazala from Revolution Games, and I got. This was the last batch I bought from Revolution, the last little go around they had, because somebody told me, I think it was J told me Königsberg and Narva were great, so I got them. John, I'd have been sitting right there beside you in the cupola of my M113, and I'd have run away faster than you. Don't now look. Kev Sharp told me to be gentle with this game, to be thoughtful, because it's got some interesting mechanics, and let me tell you, it does. And I'm gonna tell you, I like this mechanic. And if you've not played this is really, really cool. I think it's really, really cool. Turn that light on again. Better. So check this out. So, and I'll be starting turn 2 here shortly. I'm not gonna start it now. So you move, it's all chit stuff. Now you can see this is just from me playing. You can see the chits. I just kind of left them on the board the way they were. And I love the little mechanic of the tactical chits that you can draw. And you draw them. You don't just pick them. You draw them. And if you don't draw it, it doesn't get used, doesn't have a chance to get used. And like these over here, the armor replacement and the extra move, those will get wasted, because I didn't have a case to use them for the Germans, but I did use those 4. And then there's some that when you draw them, you have to use them immediately, like that Sandstorm one. And unfortunately, both sides drew a Sandstorm. And that just reduces movement. And then there's that Airstrike one. I had to use that one right away, and it failed. Well, my dice roll failed. But the cool mechanic in this is, so you move one unit at a time. You don't move them in stacks. So you want a game that makes you think about how you're going to set up an attack. This one will do it. Because, for example, let's say that I want to move these guys into an attack here. And you see their movement points. It looks like a ton, right? 30, 30, 30. But you have this chart over here. And on the combat chart, the effects chart, you have, heavy, medium, and light attacks. And, yeah, a good point. I guess if you've got a game you like and you play it enough. So this thing here, you've got to spend movement points to execute, depending on what type of unit it is, in order to get that die roll modifier. So the cool thing is let's say you want to move, you got 2 units in this stack, and you want them to move to an attack on that 4th armored. Well, you only move one at a time, so you got to look at your units here and you think, okay, this is an armored unit, all right? That's a hard unit. So the values on this are hard value, soft value, and then movement. And then that's their steps marker. So this is a hard target, all right? Armor, obviously. This guy here, see that white for his hard target value? He can't even attack an armor unit, all right? So you've only got one guy up here that can even attack that tank unit. Now, here's the most interesting part. Let's say we're going to do an attack with, let me get another armor unit here. I will say we got this Ariete division guy. Let's say we got these two guys are sitting right here, all right? And we want to get both of them into an attack with this unit here. What happened to Callendale? So this guy, you got to figure out, well, which one do I want to have the most power? Because what happens is when you move one of these guys, you don't move, and then, kind of just everybody does their attack. You got to figure out which of the units I'm going to want to be the active unit in this attack. Well, obviously, I'm going to want that hard target or that hard value of 24. Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Is that what his video was about? So you would move this guy in here, and then his movement would be done because you need him there. So you would flip him over. So now his attack value is now only a 4. So then you would move this guy in here. You would make him the active unit. You would attack with both of them. And then if he pushed this guy out or whatever, and he still had movement points left, he could continue to move and drive right on. And then when he's done, wherever he is, then you flip him to his use side and he's done. And I think it really made me think how to play my turns and get these guys on the go. Yeah, man, that sucks with Callendale. I'm sorry to hear that. No, I mean, I heard him talk about his wife, but I'd never seen her or anything like that. So that's a shame. It really is. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll have to watch that one. I'm not sure I want to be honest with you. My assistant at work, I love her to death. She's been with me for a little more than a year now. Her favorite color is purple, so whenever there's a holiday coming up, all I have to do is search purple gifts on Amazon. So we're off on Valentine's Day because it's a holiday, so I wanted to give her Valentine's gift today, and I went in this morning. I bought her a big old purple teddy bear that looks like it's made out of roses, and a purple light up metal rose inside a glass case. That stuff just tickles her to death. So I'm gonna flip my camera around so y'all can look at my wonderful face here. I don't have my teeth in, so no hollering. Yeah, get a little scruffy and a little gray. So that has been. I came home from work because my back was killing me from yesterday. I tried to go to work today and it didn't cut it. So I came on back home after I was working about an hour and a half. Laid out on my living room floor. And then I don't know, about late in the afternoon it started to lighten up a little bit. So I said, well, let's go do some playing. And like I said, I played, turning it, almost a turn from both of these things. It was nothing hard. The hardest part about the Gazala game was just figuring out how to move one unit, get it into position to attack, and then moving the other unit that you wanted to be the main unit. So, a little tiny game like that makes you think. Makes you think about your movements. All right, check this out. So I've got, I'm still working on East Front. Who was it? Steve Carey over Consummate. He's like, I can't do that, man. I don't know how you can do 2 or 3 games at one time. Well, for me, it's, if I sit and stare at one game too long, that's what happened to me with the last Blitzkrieg. I'll end up getting completely bored with it. At least if I do this way, I can go from one to the other. Now, the one thing I've taught myself, purple, I'm going to say, yeah, I agree, it is. But to me, over the years, tooth pain. I ain't never had nothing wake me up in the middle of the night like teeth pain. So, but I've had so many of them pulled out, and I've had fake ones put in now. So I've been pretty good for about the last 10, 12 years. But tooth pain used to drive me crazy. But you're right, back pain's right there with it. So I think with these big games, what I'm going to do now is, I'm working my way towards Goss from Decision Games. I'm going to play some of that stuff, and I can't wait to get that stuff up and start playing it. I'm looking forward to it. But I think with a lot of these big games, I'm going to try to play single, maybe 2-map scenarios. But I've already now doing this. This is just one scenario for the Kiev to Rostov, and I think there's 4 maps to this, a couple of tiny ones, and 2 good. Now I'm wanting to play a campaign. So I don't know. I get this game's another one too that once you get into your flow, the game's pretty easy. So you broke your ass bone. Well, quit climbing on garden rocks. Take a lifetime building up that ass bone, and in 30 seconds you wreck it. That sounds like my credit score. Actually, that's why my credit score is so jacked up. I tell you who's got it nice is Doug Gerhardt. His wife, she's sort of involved in his game storage idea, his shelving, from what I understand, and his little shelving unit. If y'all get him to show you a picture, his little shelving organization is freaking awesome in his game room. I got to paint my walls, got holes in them and everything else. Here's a little trick I did the other night. These were two little kid stands. Those like cubicle things for kids with the little slide-in canvas drawers. Well, they were sitting on the ground over there. I'm like, man, that's taking up space, and I need shelves. So I took them things out, turned them sideways, and mounted them to the wall. And got me some extra shelf space. You know, Purple, now that you say that, I was at OP Alpha doing my, in West Germany, doing my border certification to run a border camp. And I remember my last night there, walking down to the guard shack at OP Alpha. Of course, that was a 11th ACR post then. My belly. But I remember walking down there, and there were two privates, and they were changing their shift. And I looked down at my watch, and I was like, well, this isn't shift change. And the one kid, hey, PB, the one kid handed his pistol to the other kid, his 45. And, of course, you know, those things, it's loaded. Well, he bent over to pick up the bag he had on the ground. The other kid charged the damn 45, stuck under his chin, and blew his head off right there in the shack. And I'm like, what the hell? And while that's not funny, it's kind of painful. But I remember having to sit there outside of that damn thing. Not that I hadn't seen blood and combat and everything else, been shot myself, but that was kind of weird to look at that. But I had to sit there for a couple hours waiting for CID to get up there. This is you're talking back in the mid 80s. And I remember I had just had my first child, and I went home. It was the very next morning, probably 3 hours later. I went home, and it wasn't that far to get home. And I remember when I got home, my wife was sleeping, and the baby had crapped herself. You'd have laughed your ass off if you'd have seen me almost puking and gagging on myself trying to change that poopy diaper. But I stood there for 3-4 hours watching that, looking over that body with that hole in its head, and that freaking light red colored pool of shit on the ground in that little 6x6 guard shack, and I was puking trying to change the diaper. So the wife learned that, okay, yeah, he doesn't do diapers and baby messes anymore after that. I never had to worry about a diaper ever again. So a sad story that turned into a funny one for my second wife number 2. PB, aren't you up a little late Friday night? I'm just wandering around here, dude. Oh, I bought one of the many things that I bought. I think it was Roads to Gettysburg, the Avalon Hill version. And when I got it, the maps weren't, I got this big old long box. I'm like, my God, what do we need a long box for? The dude that owned it had laminated this thing. Both maps, he cut them up nice and did a perfect lamination job on these maps. I couldn't believe it. I was a little confused. I was like, well, where's the maps for the game? They weren't in the box, and this showed up. So I thought that was pretty cool. And how many of y'all use these things? Yeah. We went from playing the game to talking about equipment. How many of y'all use this? You get like 6 of these for like $10 or so. Document holders, like brochure holders. And you put your charts in those things. Sit it on the table. Unlike that right there, I don't have it. It's just sit on your table, then you got your combat charts right in front of you. I thought that was pretty cool. And of course, trays. Everybody's got trays, I'm sure. Those are my big go-tos. Those are my 32 slot ones for like $6. And then my clear plastic ones over there. I know y'all got to be getting seasick. Then my clear plastic ones, my little 16ers. These are all the ones I get from Walmart or Joann's Fabrics. These are the Walmart ones. These are like $4. Oh yeah, there you go. The little the sheet music holder, Matt. The big box with the Continental on it below your Gallipoli game. Big box with the continent on it. What the hell one are you talking about? There's Gallipoli. Which one are you talking about, John? Yeah, no, you're right, PB. I agree, it's not. That's it's not, it's one thing to see somebody hit in combat, but to have somebody pull the trigger on themselves, that's a whole different thing. Oh, Jesus. Wait a minute. It's 8 p.m. Where are you at, PB? Oh, the Guilford, I'm going to play those one day, too. I'm not a big Revolution one, but I understand that this is a lot like playing Great Battles of the American Civil War. Hey, I picked up Lincoln's War for $10, and I know some of y'all harassed me about that. Oh, shoot, PB, you're way out there, brother. That's right. I remember you telling me that. Well, hell, I go to your damn channel and look at your painting, which, by the way, I got a comment on your latest WW1 stuff. So, I'm going to dump that thing right there, that Ardennes 44, because I did not like it. Didn't hate it. But I did not like that. I did like France 40. I did like von Manstein's backhand blow, which I know is not part of it. And I had started to play Normandy 44, but I had to take it down because my new table stuff had come in. And I'm sure I'm going to like Holland 44. The only point-to-point game I ever played is that Napoleonic Wars. I actually had fun playing it, and I won the first time I played against some people with it. And a buddy of mine actually gave me my own copy with all the new cards. I don't know if I'll ever play it again, but it was nice that he did that. He's another victory game classic. Where's it at? I think I have, and I used to have the Vietnam one, but come on. You can't tell me that along with NATO, that's not game numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then throw in Vietnam, I don't know, maybe there's another one that could be number 5. But in my opinion, those are the 3 best right there, victory games. Yeah, I've been watching, Counterattacks playthrough of Ukraine. Of course, I prefer this stuff over here. You know me, I like the monsters. I can't help it. So my next little foray is going to be, I think I mentioned, is going to be probably BCS. I don't want to stop, although I am right now. I don't want to stop the OCS stuff. I don't have GB2. I wish I did, but I don't. I passed up on one that was probably a good deal. Yeah, what's funny is I have a War Between the States, Kenneth, the SPI original, but I lost all my counters. Don't know what happened to them. So I want to play Burma. Tunisia 2's coming. That's one of the ones I'm getting right now. I want to play this. I want to play this. I want to play this. I was doing this on Vassal. I'll probably skip that one. That's a great training game. And it'll probably be easy play. Definitely want to play this and this. And then I want to get into the BCS stuff here. I've started reading the rules. Yeah, and I do, PB. I was actually watching the Players Aid, re-watching their little review about it, and I do want to play it. And I want to play the 1914s too. What's really bad is Great War in Europe, Ted Racers. I've already read the rules. I even had it set up, but I wanted to move it to my big table. Yeah, you know what? I don't think I have any other than that Burma, John. I don't have any, and I hear a lot of people talk about how they love. Like I know Swordsman Dean, he loves the Pacific Island games. I don't think I have any particular ones myself. Y'all know I'm not a Navy and I'm not an aircraft type player. So you'll never see me buying things like Interceptor, Ace, or any of that. Here's another game I want to play. Right here. Edelweiss. I bought that a long time ago. And I want to play that darn thing. I thought about actually getting that one out today and playing it. But I got a few that I want to play. Heck, I needed so much shelf room, I had to get rid of my books, hide my books, except for the ones I use all the time. And of course, me, MMP. I've got my pre-orders for at least Hood Strikes North, along with SJW2. And of course, they're going to do Wilderness, I would assume, for Line of Battle, which I haven't touched any of those yet, and I want to. And there's some SCS stuff I want. It's funny, a majority of people that love the Pacific Theater. Where are you at, John? You down in Florida? And gotta love the great campaigns. Gotta love the great campaigns. Hey, I was 13 years in the Army, Norse, and I'm the same way. Other than I got a girl that works for me now that's 30. She just got out of the Army, and then I got another guy in our department. He got out of the Navy. Him and his wife, and I crack on him all the time. Yeah, I'm not that much of a reader. I don't read as much as I should. I should read more. It's funny, I went on a binge a while back there where I was reading. I read von Manstein's book. I read a lot of Gettysburg stuff. I'm like an hour from Gettysburg. That's like my favorite place in the world. You an Ooper? Oh, shit, Sean. 22 years, huh? Time for you. I wished I would have done that. Really do. There's a lot of days I felt like I made a bad decision for leaving. Detroit suburb. You a Red Wings fan? So y'all finally let go of your quarterback, didn't you? Didn't they let go of Stafford? Didn't somebody else sign Stafford? How many of y'all like the East Front series from GMT? Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. Lately, other than hockey, I'm a diehard Washington Capitals fan. And now the COVID has shut down their last two games, and I don't even know what the story is yet, whether it's them or whether it's the teams coming in. Damn, Norse. I tell you, I tell a lot of youngsters today, go. And if it's not something that's killing you, stay in there. Go in there when you're 18. Come out when do your 20. Hell, I don't know if you got to do 20 anymore. And you'll be 38 years old. You'll be retired from something that you're guaranteed you'll get a paycheck on. And then you can go do what you want to do and you'll still be young. You don't want to see a golfer's ass crack. That's right, PB. That's right. I remember you talking about you were in the police. Come on, man. I play golf. Hey, wait, damn it. Talk about golf. Let me show you something here. Damn it. So I'm almost 60. All right. This was 2 years ago. That's right, damn it. champion. Not A flight, B flight, C flight. I beat all them young whippersnappers down at that golf course and got my damn championship trophy. Last year I won the A flight and didn't realize it because I played bad on the first day. Nobody bothered to tell me down there that I had the choice to play up. Well, in the second day of the damn tournament, I beat everybody in the championship flight, and I would have won the championship flight by one shot, and I didn't know it. Didn't know I could do that. I mean, we got some young studs down there, too. Hit shit of a golf ball. Love the game. That's my go-to, since I can't play football or softball or any of that shit anymore. Of course, now with this COVID, granted, I live by myself, so that's pretty easy. That's a no-brainer to be home. But not getting out and doing the things I used to do. And I enjoy. I'm glad I found. Like I said, if it hadn't been for the winter that came in, what was it, a year and a half ago? Because I remember I walked into that closet right there, looked up on that shelf, and that's where I saw Terrible Swift Sword. And I'm gonna tell you, I probably had 20 games still. That was just over a year ago. Oh Lord. What have I got myself into? Here's the funny part. Is this shelf right here, the Civil War Brigade series, along with those two first edition ones. And, well, those I didn't necessarily get, the Napoleon ones. And then the RSS. Where's that? The RSS series. I had this game. I had the first edition of In Their Quiet Fields, Antietam, and played it. The next night in Noble Night was one of those ones where I found most of this. I bought the entire collection and with the RSS games. And I think I dropped $3,200 in one night. That's how badly I wanted to get all these and start playing. That's a bad addiction. The things I could have paid off with that money. Hey, Purple, my joke was my buddy and I that played together for years, I played shortstop. He played third base. And every year that we would start to play, he would take a step closer to the line, which meant I had to take a step backwards towards the outfield. Before long, I was playing short left field, and he was standing on the chalk behind third base bag because we were getting old. Oh, shoot, John. I used to... that's all I hear these people around here talk. People that, that they know I play golf, I work with them or, associate with them and stuff. They don't play. Might go and play mini golf or something like that because we don't have a whole lot of ranges. But man, they opened up that, what's that place? Golf something where you can go drink and eat and play games, and they stack the tee boxes up on different tiers, golf something or other. Hell, these people are down there every weekend doing this stuff, having fun. And I said, hey, that's fine. Get you a taste of the game. Never know, might get a new golfer out of that. Hey, has anybody ever played any of those 1914s? Or for that matter, Gallipoli? Same here, Pete. Church League. But we were one of those, Top Golf, thanks, Sean. We had one of those, and I think that's what, one other thing that made me quit playing was we started grabbing all the best players around the 3 or 4 county area, and we started playing in industrial tournaments as a church team. And it got to the point to where we had all the best players. We weren't losing any local games. And then there was no fun anymore after that. And I just started getting old. The arm just wasn't what it used to be. Drinking beer. There we go, Matt. Yeah, I'm not a drinker. So, Pete, what was Twilight and East like? Was is it part of that chain right there? Don't tease me, Norse. Don't tease me. I'm going to retire in 4.5 years. Well, Kenneth, man, make sure you take some pictures of your play or type something up or something. I like to see that, man, because I do want to get the... Yeah, I've never been a great big World War I fan, but I do like it. And I haven't played any of the big ones yet, and I want to. And Charles, you live in SoCal. You're down near, what, Torrey Pines and all that stuff, man. Every day is Monday. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not going to have much for my retirement. Just, I guess, poor decisions. And I don't know, I'm one of those ones that, you know, I joke about my grandkids. Don't ask me for money. I contributed to your welfare for too long. So you're supposed to take care of me now. I said, I'm spending my money on me. Hell, and once I made that statement, they don't even come around no more. But if you think I'm complaining, I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I love my grandkids, but I'm on the back end. So, Matt, you have to send me an email address or something. Send it through the website so I can email you, man. I'll buy that game from you. I don't want you to have to give me something. I'll buy it and pay the shipping for it too, man. Because hell, I might as well. It's definitely, and I swear, I think I used to own that game years ago. When did Panzer Command come out? Was that in the 80s? Early 90s? Because I'm pretty sure I had like the first edition of that game or whatever, or when it first came out. Well, let's wander around. God, somebody come punch this for me. Jesus Christ. I'm still working on it. Still, that's just the units for the Americans and the Germans. Over here somewhere is the big tray. And there's counters everywhere. Anybody want those? I'll give those for free. First person that claims them, you can have them for free. Not a chance. What's up, GB? Yeah, I did. I wanted them damn games, and I went after them and got them. So, yeah, that's Atlantic Wall here I'm punching. It's the last of the golf games I got to punch. Austrian-Russian battles. All right? Give me a battle that was Austrian-Russian so that I know what you're talking about. What do you mean, what's the best corner cunner? I get tired of, look, I got both of them, okay? I keep the plastic one around here. Lublin, all right, I got you. I keep the plastic one around here. Yeah, I got one of those too. For the thick counters. Like in the One Small Step Civil War games I got. And it's funny because I've watched Jester. I even watched Ard do it. They turn this thing upside down. Bill, how you doing? They turn that damn thing upside down, which is cool, so you can look in the little slot back there. But let me tell you something. I'll guarantee you right now that I can clip this shit. And let me tell you what the trick to this is. You can feel this thing when it's not getting ready to get a good clip. What people seem to do, they don't understand, is they take these counters. Wait a minute. Got one right here. Hey, Bill, at least I've only got that one little tiny one. Look at some of these other guys. They got like tons of them. Peterbergs. So the deal with this is, what I do is I usually have this thing sitting down here, and I have a box that sits on the ground right below me, and my arms are resting on my legs. And the problem I see most people do is they put this thing in here, and they try to force it in there to make sure they got it. You don't have to do that. Just drop it in there. And I'm telling you, you just, boom. When this thing's down, boom, boom. You just lay it, and it's fine. All right? And I mean, I can roll through this stuff with no problem. Those World War I figures, PB, that I see in your latest video that I need to look at. Coronado. I just realized something. I brought this out here now. I can't even see the chat. Other than the last couple lines. Yeah, I've got to catch up on PB's channel, some of the stuff he's painting. Him and Vic. Vic was doing that darn Trans Am, and then he switched over to figure I need to look at. From France to Palestine. Yeah, but you're WW1, right? You're still in World War I. Because, I mean, come on, man. There's 5 million channels you can go look at for World War II. Should probably plug my phone in. Should probably plug it in. I'm trying to get Wardrobe for he and I to start a talk show. Everybody else got one. We should start one. I said we should call it Shooting the Chit or Coffee Table Combat Chat. That's what I'm thinking about. I want to do something. So, all right, lads. So it's Friday night. It is almost pill taking time. Panzer Command was planned to start a series. The box art, the neat thing is that it had a few counters for 1980. I got to go look. I'm going to get on BGG now. Because I know damn well that's the game I had years ago. And I don't know if I ever really got to play it. So I'm going to go look. Yeah, why not? Might as well start something, right? Shoot, yeah, I think Todd said the same thing. Shooting the Chit ought to be good. Hey, Gun, glad you popped over, man. I'm going to do a little more playing tonight, guys. I don't know which one I'm going to play. Probably going to play some more of this NATO because I think I can blow through this pretty good. I want to get back over to my East Front stuff too, though. All right, guys, guys and gals, thanks for coming on here. A couple of you guys, I got to go watch your videos. Sean, I think I looked at your, you just did the, where you were getting rid of some stuff, I think. And PB, I need to go look at what you just painted. Oh, well, we can bring anybody in to harass. All right, fellas, thanks. We'll talk to y'all shortly. Later.